you're watching is NewsCott Adventures on NewsCott.com. And if you ain't watching, you better start watching, or I'll phone you and I'll flatten you.
I can see that.
It came from a garbage bag that a fan brought.
It's okay. Fine, garbage bag.
I don't know.
It's good, right? It's good. Dude, popcorn and whipped cream. It's a new thing. Fuck y'all.
It is good, unfortunately.
You want some? We've just figured out that this microphone is live. Now Big T is
What should I say?
He's gonna have some fun. I don't know. Wing it. Just cut a promo. This is God.
Ladies and gentlemen of UCW, this is the Lord speaking to you from up above. I'd just like to wish you all a great show today on this, the finest of days, and ask you to say a prayer in my name to keep you safe as we move forward. Amen.
14 hours to see the axe.
That's not that big an axe.
Tony,
What?
look to the right.
Oh, look, it's no bigger than a regular axe. That's not a big axe at all.
Look to the right.
This is...
Right.
Holy shit! No!
That was the best bump I've ever seen Tony do. Oh my god, I'm taking a brochure. I need the brochure. Come visit the town of Nakawak with the world's largest
Bump for the axe.
more bumps than you're gonna take for hunting.
Oh, I just threw my back
Hey,
out.
look to the right now. Oh.
He's looking to the right. I don't know if I can fit this on the camera.
It doesn't fit on my camera. Oh, look, it says something on it. Read it.
World's largest axe. This giant axe symbolizes the importance of the forest industry, past, present, and future, to the town of Nakawak and the province of New Brunswick, 1991.
Climbed up it.
I can get up there.
You know what? I want to get it.
Wonder what it looks like from the other side.
Oh, that's even better. Ow, it's hot.
It's a giant metal or aluminum thing.
Well, that's the fucking...
I gotta rate NewsCott.com from end to end.
So what the... What? I was expecting like real axe. Look at it. Fucking... That's not real axe. Look at it. No fucking blade. Oh, my hand!
Bump on this.
No. It's a little sharp. Now turn it.
Yeah.
Oh.
We are now for
Alright,
sure.
let's move along.
Well, that's what I see here. Come straight out on the
Alright, time to go home.
That was a good trip from Winnipeg for the axe.
Yeah, I know. All the way from Winnipeg.
I wanted to swing the axe.
Do you really think you could swing the world's largest axe?
I'd like to think that I could.
But there it is.
There it is. And I can't swing it. In fact, it's not a real axe. That's a backyard axe if I've ever seen one.
That's one backyard axe.
Back to the car. Oh, by the way, it's 1:42 Nova Scotia time, and we're in Nakawak. So Thad, if you could go back and watch any wrestling moment in the history of professional wrestling and be there live for it, what moment would you choose? Like any moment, WWE, could be indie, WCW, NWA, whatever you want, ECW, anything. Anything ever in the history of wrestling.
I would have liked to have been there for the 25th anniversary WrestleMania Money in the Bank match.
Oh, the Money in the Bank. I thought you were going to say Shawn and Undertaker.
That would have been good too.
Yeah.
But I was always a big fan of CM Punk.
Okay.
CM Punk was the reason why I wanted to be a wrestler. Like
Okay.
I wasn't really like.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I wasn't really like fully into wrestling. Like I seen like Ricky Steamboat and Stone Cold and all them, but like I wasn't really like a big fan. Like some people in my family were, but I wasn't like super into it. But then I watched WrestleMania 25.
Was that your first one?
Yep, it was
Oh,
my
wow.
first one ever.
I guess you're young. Yeah.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting I'm old now.
27.
Yeah.
And I watched that, and I watched CM Punk take the briefcase, and just hearing like 80,000 people like just cheer for him. I was like, I'd rather do that than be a pastry chef. So
Fair enough. What was? What is it about Punk?
I just like his attitude. Like it's very like nonchalant but serious at the same time. Like it's a total like Mark thing to be like, I love CM Punk.
It's not the everybody had some. Everybody liked to have had a favorite wrestler before they got into wrestling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Otherwise, why did you get into wrestling?
I'm trying to find like a move to be famous.
Beautiful. So graceful.
So graceful.
Take two, ready?
Okay, action. Okay. Wait, you gotta do it in front of the camera, silly.
Sorry, ready? Action.
Do you have an extra sock? I somehow lost one of my socks.
Oh, actually yes, but they're green though. But so am I.
There. Is that supposed to be funny because the sock is green and so are you?
Exactly, that's my point.
And cut!
That was funny.
Move where they flip off the top rope. Right quick, what is it? No, the one where you jump up with their head and flip them over.
Oh,
It's a what?
I forgot how I used to say it. A hurricane.
Rana.
Yes, I got it now, but it took me a while. It's a hurricane.
Rana.
Rana.
A hurricane.
Say it again.
Say it again, right quick.
Hurricane.
How did she say Macarena?
Say Macarena.
Say what?
Macarena.
What is this dance?
The Macarena.
You got that one?
Oh, no, it's the Macarena.
No, you got it right the first time.
Hurricarana.
There you go.
I made her
Hurricarana.
a fake t-shirt. I told her to print it. What did it say on it?
I can't do, say, or spell hurricaranas.
Maple bagel, like 5 times fast.
Maple.
Say it once.
Maple bagel, maple bagel, maple bagel, maple bagel.
You know what the world's hardest tongue twister is? I
What?
heard this on TV one time. The word toy boat.
Toy boat?
Say it 5 times fast.
Toy boat, toy boat, toy boat, toy boat, toy boat, toy boat. Toy boat 5 times. Banana mama? Banana mama.
Bananarama.
Banana rama. Did you? Banana rama.
You definitely
Llama banana. My nose.
It's weird.
See the tongue again?
This is for the personal collection.
Christ. That's not.
But I can't lick my nose.
It doesn't go up.
I'm just like, no, it's short. It's short when it goes up, but it's long when it goes down.
I have the same problem. American Patriot, or is it Concussion Dealer Troy Merrick?
Doesn't matter.
Sexton Phoenix?
It's different everywhere.
It's different everywhere?
It's different.
All right, so I've been asking some non-wrestling fans what type of questions would they want to ask a professional wrestler.
Right.
You game for answering some of these?
Of Of course, that's why the camera's
That's why. Fine, ruin the.
There's no fourth wall here, brother. Broken it down.
Why is wrestling something you chose to do? Like, of all the things you could have chose to do, why wrestling? Why professional wrestling?
Yeah, why professional? I don't know, man. It's that thing that drew me ever since I was a kid. I've always wanted to do it. That's all there is to it. Like when I turned 18 and I, came out of high school and everything, there was no not doing it. It was not an option. It's something I've always wanted. So if I didn't go for it, I would regret it forever. And I don't think anybody should ever live with regrets.
Nice.
So yeah, I've always wanted it. I've always loved the art. So I had to.
Do you ever feel silly playing the character that you play?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah? Of course, man. I mean, sometimes like I love it, and it's like, but taken out of context, wrestling can look pretty fucking weird. Right?
Definitely.
Pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
I remember we were in Bear River a few weeks ago, and I was walking out behind Titus, and he was wearing my gear, and I was wearing my gear, and then like we had his gear on over it, and I was just like, what the fuck is my life? And it was just funny, like, but yeah, no, I absolutely. But then I just kind of like, all right, I'm at work. Like this silly thing is for work.
Yeah, it's no different than an actor playing the role of the movie.
Exactly.
Like some people dress up like a clown.
Exactly. I'm sure Shaq felt.
Yeah.
Thespian career might have been fucking damaged when he did Shazam, but as we know, he went on to become an Academy Award winner. Worked out okay.
Best thing that ever happened to you because of wrestling?
Probably, honestly, man, just all the cool places I get to see. That's what it is. Like, it's not like these huge cities. Like, you do big city shows too, but it's like, fuck, man, like you're driving along the highway and like you see this river like lit by the moon that you would never see in any other. There's no chance you would see that. Like just all these cool little places, like all these beautiful places throughout Canada and the UK and Europe, and it's like, all right, yeah, like that's what it is for sure, man. Just being somewhere else that you would never have otherwise gone to. I'd say that's what it is.
If you weren't wrestling, what would you be doing? Like if you never discovered pro wrestling, what would you be doing?
It's a tough one, man. I don't know.
Would you think you'd still be in because you work a lot in you do work in the fitness industry.
Yeah.
Would you have still been into that, do you think?
I have no idea. Like really, it's just
because you got into that through wrestling. Is that
like if
fair?
The fitness or wrestling was my motivation for fitness originally, and it's like I'm sure eventually I would have been like, oh, I need to be healthy to stay alive, but. Man, like that's just so.
Was there ever another interest?
I mean, I have a degree in journalism.
Okay.
But I don't. It's just so funny because it's like, ever since I was little, wrestling just shaped everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, to say what my dad, my uncles, like I have come from a big military family. Maybe I would have done that. Oh, fuck. Troy in an alternate universe, don't do the military. But like, yeah, man, that's so tough just because wrestling. Ever since I was a kid, it just kind of. That's what I'm
sure that one will be tough for most people that got into wrestling because wrestling was their number one thing, right? But yeah, and the last one was if you could have dinner with one person, living or dead, who would you choose?
Is this with regards to like wrestling history or just anybody?
They weren't specific, but I'm gonna say we'll do both.
Okay.
Let's say wrestling first.
Okay. If I could have dinner with any wrestler ever, I'd honestly pick Owen Hart.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I loved him so much, man. Yeah. Like, Shawn Michaels is my all-time favorite, Kurt Angle too, but like Owen Hart, like growing up, like man, he did it for me. You know what I mean?
Me too.
And it's like, fuck, man. I was like 2 days ago was the 20th anniversary of his passing.
Yeah. You're getting goosebumps here. Fucking talking about it, man. It kills me.
I never really react too much to celebrity deaths. Like it's like, oh, that's sad. Like when somebody dies, it's sad.
Yeah, because they all have a family, right?
They have a family and they have fans and they have people that care about them and they're renowned. But Owen Hart, man, it just stuck with me. And like every time I think about it, it's like a turning of a knife. It's like I never met the man. You know what I mean? But it's like there was just so much there that could have been.
I agree.
Like, oh, fuck. Like that's like I've heard the question, like if you could bring back any dead wrestler, who would it be? Owen Hart.
Owen Hart.
No question.
Yeah.
No question.
I agree. 100%.
So if I could have dinner with a wrestler, dead or alive, ever, it would be him.
That's awesome. And non-wrestling.
Non-wrestling. That's so hard. Just because like my interests outside of wrestling, like in terms of like politics, in terms of like, you know,
What about music? Like, would it
music.
be-
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh,
So
geez.
you're a big music guy?
I am. Fuck, man. It's funny because my dinner with a non-wrestling person would probably be somebody like Gene Simmons, so I could be like on the ground level of like a new kind of entrepreneurship that wrestling is. Like, how would you advise me to sell myself?
Yeah, because he sells everything.
Oh my goodness.
Everything.
So I'd ask him, like, you know, like, what would you do for this? What would you do for this? Putting himself in my shoes so I could acquire his knowledge to do better for wrestling.
Did you know that they put their blood in a comic book?
The first one, yeah.
Yeah, that's,
absolutely.
I was watching Comic Book Man the other day, and that was the episode.
I remember when I was a teenager, I was a huge collector of Kiss memorabilia. And I remember I went to like the Strange Adventures comic shop one time, and they had one of the originals, and I was like, fuck, it was expensive.
I was gonna say it must have been a lot.
It was expensive, but yeah, that's kind of cool. But yeah, no, I'd probably say, oh man, like, I think Gene Simmons was like the marketing genius behind Kiss.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So I'd probably, like, for selfish reasons, I'd choose him. But you know, if it was like for personal, like fun, like what, I'd probably choose Paul Stanley.
Okay.
I love Paul Stanley. His music really meant a lot. But you know what? Oh, that's so tough. Because then again, there's Michael Bolton.
Yeah.
I love Michael Bolton's
Yeah.
music. His music, like, saved me. You know what I mean?
That's
Like,
awesome.
oh man, I don't know. Owen Hart.
Owen Hart.
Owen Hart.
Owen Hart twice.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
that's cool.